Did you notice this detail? During a recent royal engagement at Windsor Castle, Catherine, Princess of Wales, drew attention not through ceremony or speech, but through the way she arrived. According to footage from the event, Catherine drove herself to Windsor Castle to host a reception for England's women's rugby team, the Red Roses, following their World Cup victory. The detail quickly stood out, as long-standing royal protocol typically sees senior members of the British royal family transported by chauffeur to official engagements. Notably, Catherine made no comment about the decision. There was no statement and no explanation. She arrived calmly, stepped out of the car in the rain, smiled briefly, and proceeded with her duties as planned. For many royal observers, that sense of normalcy was precisely what made the moment striking. It reflected a familiar pattern in Catherine's public role: composed, understated, and focused on the task rather than the attention. As she arrived, a member of staff approached with an umbrella. Catherine took it herself, momentarily shielding both herself and the person beside her. The image circulated widely online and was met with a largely positive response. While the gesture was simple, many saw it as another example of Catherine's practical and considerate approach, even in brief, unscripted moments. Once inside Windsor Castle, Catherine transitioned seamlessly into her official role as patron of the Rugby Football Union. The reception was held to honor the Red Roses after their World Cup win, marking the team's first title since 2014. Players entered wearing their medals, welcomed into a setting that balanced formality with warmth. Music performed by the Band of the Irish Guards helped set a celebratory tone, underscoring the significance of the occasion. Throughout the event, Catherine engaged directly with the players. Rather than delivering a formal address, she spoke with them in a relaxed manner, opening with light conversation before acknowledging the broader impact of their achievement. She emphasized that the team's success extended beyond sport, noting its influence on young girls across the country who may now see rugby and competitive sport more broadly as accessible and achievable. Catherine also shared brief personal insights during her conversations. She noted that rugby has become a regular part of life in the Wales household. Prince George and Prince Louis both play rugby at age-appropriate levels, while Princess Charlotte often joins family games at home. Speaking with a touch of humor, Catherine remarked that George has grown strong enough that she now tries to avoid being tackled during play. The comments were widely reported, largely because of their candid and relatable tone. She went on to address a broader theme that aligns closely with her public work. Catherine highlighted the importance of allowing children to explore sport without being constrained by gender expectations. In her view, rugby offers more than physical development. It builds teamwork, confidence, and resilience qualities she believes are valuable for all children. This message has been consistent across her engagements focused on youth and early development. During the reception, Catherine was seen listening attentively as players reflected on their journey to World Cup success. She reviewed memorabilia and accepted symbolic gifts from the team, including a signed England shirt and a commemorative medal. Several players later commented on her genuine interest, describing the reception as a meaningful acknowledgement rather than a routine royal appearance. Still, for many royal watchers, the most discussed detail remained Catherine's arrival, not because it broke protocol, but because it reinforced a pattern that has become increasingly evident. Catherine tends to define her role through actions rather than display, whether in how she interacts with others, speaks about family life, or carries out official duties. The approach is consistent and deliberate. In an environment where every royal appearance is closely scrutinized, these understated moments often resonate most strongly. Catherine's decision to drive herself to Windsor Castle, her calm presence in the rain, and her focus on honoring others all reflect a modern interpretation of royal responsibility. It is an approach that does not reject tradition, but adapts it in a way that feels grounded and contemporary. While the reception itself was intended to celebrate a World Cup winning team, the detail that captured public attention was a quieter one. It served as a reminder that within today's monarchy, symbolism does not always come from ceremony. At times, it comes from the details noticed only by those paying close attention. We'd love to hear your perspective in the comments. Don't forget to stay tuned to the channel for more updates on the royal family.